Happy Thursday, friends, and welcome to commonsku University Plus. My name is Erin Kucherawy, and joining me here on the stage is the rest of our ragtag support group. Before we jump into some quick introductions, we want to say thank you all for taking the time out of your day to spend a little bit of it with us. So we have an amazing next couple of hours with some really great breakout sessions and keynotes, and hopefully everybody's going to walk away with learning something today. So before we get into it, let's do some intros for everybody else who's on the stage. For everybody who's on the stage, I want you guys to go ahead and do something a little bit out of the normal. Maybe give your name, your deepest, darkest secret, and then maybe what your favorite feature is. We can skip deepest, darkest secret if you want. So obviously, my name is Erin, and I would say my favorite feature that we have released this year was the decorator matrix, because I think it was such an efficiency that we added into the system this year, and definitely the highest feature that we've seen adopted in the last couple of years. We'll go over to Joe, I guess. Joe?
Hi, my name is Joe. I'm one of the senior client success reps here at commonsku. I was actually fully prepared to tell everyone my deepest, darkest secret until you just said you don't have to do it. But now I feel obliged. It's been 30 years. I'm just going to tell everyone. I hate peanut butter. I don't get the fad. It's disgusting. I see that we've lost 200 people already on that point.
I'm really rattled by that.
Yeah, my bad. Pieces. My favorite feature would be the project portal. If anyone attended commonsku University last year, I actually did an entire breakout session on the topic. But if you just want to see how often your client opens a form type, you actually want to use the feedback form, that would be my favorite feature. Over to you, Bre.
Hello, my name is Bre. I've got to say, Joe, I took personal offense to the peanut butter, but I'm going to dash in here. I don't get peanut butter and banana sandwiches. I've never been a fan of that one. That would be my childhood secret there. My favorite feature, it's not over the last year, it's overall, is our shops, particularly the pop-up shop. I just love that it's so versatile. There's many things that you can do with it, and they're just super fun and playful for me as well as for your clients. So over to you, Erin.
My name is Erin, and my deepest, darkest secret is that I actually studied opera for 3 years. And my favorite feature on the platform is the new production report. So I like the new production report just because it's much easier to read. There's a bunch of new features in there that you can use to kind of automate your process a little bit. It's just a little bit easier to keep everything organized, and yeah.
Great. So Joe, can you tell us a little bit about the history of kind of commonsku University Plus and where we are today?
Absolutely, Aaron. The commonsku team originally started to do CSU 6 years ago at the PPI show in Vegas. We wanted to use the opportunity of having so many of the great clients in one place for SKUCon and Expo to teach them a little more about the platform and allow them to learn from each other. We have since gone through many versions, from a ballroom as wide as a football field or soccer field, whatever your inclination might be, to the size of Mark Graham's office. Some of us have never been to Mark Graham's office. So we know how small that can feel. We feel like we've hit our stride in providing premium in-app education for the last couple of years. This will actually be our second virtual CSU Plus, and we are really pumped to have over 600 people attending today.
So what is CSU Plus all about? Why do we do it? Well, you know the old saying that people only use 10% of their brain. We want to make sure that people use more than 10% of the platform. Over the course of the year, the support team here does maximize calls to assess distributors' usage of the system. After these, the results are recorded, and we reach out to users to advise them on what else they could be using in the platform to ultimately help grow their business and streamline their process. When looking at the numbers, we have noticed there are some things that really stand out. First off, 93% of distributors use every order management form. Just take a moment, that part is super exciting. Aside from that, Promo Standards has had a 26% increase in usage from 2020 to 2021. Collections and Collaborate have increased by 10%. Production Report usage has increased by 11%, and accounting integrations, always fun, have increased by 15%. Reviewing these things that people and companies have started incorporating more into their day-to-day while using commonsku, it's obvious that streamlining workflow has been, or it has never been, more important than it is now.
And maximized calls are just one of the reasons we do commonsku University Plus. To be honest, how many of you read every email about new features or advancements on the system? What about the pop-ups with Erin with the confetti background, or the community events section for upcoming webinars, or the what's new section under the Learn tab? While we try to notify you as many ways as humanly possible, sometimes life gets busy and you miss something. Actually, you know what? While we're here, click on the poll section on the right-hand side of your Hopin screen and answer what you think is the best way to tell you about new features. You might as well get your opinion while we're on the topic. Anyways, Q to CSU Plus. We've released so much in the past year. This is a great opportunity to not only remind you of existing features, but of new ones as well. Things like the decorator matrix, the upcharges on shops, coupons on shops, file management within your projects, the new retail lockbox, our WIP reporting, custom payment terms, distributor benefits, marketing integrations with both HubSpot and MailChimp, and so much more. We're really hoping that today everyone here will learn something new, whether it's a feature, how to use something, or a different way of looking at things. That's what CSU Plus is all about.
But there is one more thing, and it's you guys, it's this community. The thing that makes commonsku so special is our amazing users. Some of you might be sitting back and thinking, how do they think up all of these things? And the answer is, we don't, you do. While I would love to be saying this to everybody in person, here at commonsku, we are so grateful for having all the support you guys not only give the platform, but you guys ultimately give each other. So many of the ideas that come through from our users are things that we implement into the platform and really helps up everybody's game. You can see this every day on the community feed, at SKUCon, SKUCamp, sessions, community social hours. Today is ultimately about you.
Speaking of the community, probably a great segue to thank our sponsors for the event, SNS Activewear. So the team at SNS has created a limited edition CSU Plus piece of merch. If you've ordered yours already, you know what I'm talking about. That's the crew neck with your choice of color. If you are hearing this for the first time, make sure you check out your registration confirmation for the link to our CSU Plus shop just to grab yours. And good news, it's not too late. The shop will be open until the end of the day today, and the merch will be coming after the event. So a huge, huge shout out to our friends at SNS and for all their support and work.
We also want to thank all of the speakers who have been helping us out today. As Erin said, one of the biggest pieces of CSU Plus is getting our community together and really being able to learn from each other. Today's a great example of that. In different main stage sessions and breakouts, you'll be able to learn from real users who are in the platform day in and day out. So big shout out to all of our speakers who will be sharing their commonsku knowledge.
A final couple of quick housekeeping pieces. If you are new to the Hopin platform or you need a refresher, on the right-hand side of your screen is the chat. You will notice there's an event and a stage chat. This means you can talk to anyone or post in the event chat. If you want to post about the specific presentation you're watching, you can use the stage option. You also have the option of private messaging others by double-clicking on their name. In terms of navigation, that's all on the left-hand side of your screen. When we go into breakouts, you'll click on the sessions tab and choose which one you want to join. When the breakout's complete, you can click back to the stage to enjoy the keynote. And if for some reason your video freezes or your audio is off, just give that refresh button a click.
All right, we're almost ready to go. Very last thing is the question I've been asked a few times leading up to the event, and surprisingly, it's not Bobby Leahy related. How do you get the most out of today? Well, my biggest piece of advice is to minimize distractions. It's a little bit hard to do mid-pandemic, but minimize those other tabs, put your phone face down, and use this time to expand your knowledge on the platform. Use this event as a way to evaluate how you are working on commonsku and how you're running your company and what can be implemented in your day-to-day to help you grow. If you do that, I promise the text messages and the emails will still be there when you're done. And if you happen to miss any of the sessions, they will be recorded and shared after the event. Now, I can only not talk about Bobby Leahy for so long, so I think we should probably kick it off. So we're going to go ahead and get this thing started by bringing Bobby Leahy, our Chief Content Officer, up for the first session. Marketing is the new sales.